Up, everybody? It's weekend tournament time. We've got two 18-hole rounds to play here. This is part of the Switch Sports Golf Community League. This is the shotgun tournament. There's two rounds, or there's, different time zones have different waking times, so there's a whole, flight system. I'm playing on the very first flight of the weekend. So we're playing two 18s. We're trying to get just the lowest scores possible, the lowest scores. We're competing against each other, but also just competing with general scores. So we're hoping for some good seeds to play here. And let's get this thing going. We've got some great players in this lobby here. We got Duke, we got Bot, we've got, who else do we have here? Manthus, Zohan, Shiro / Kuro. Who else do we have? I think there's 6 in total.
Nice shot.
Let me take a quick look. Am I missing somebody? I think that's everybody. All right, we got to lock in and play here. We've got this back pin. What's up, everybody joining in the chat here? How's it going? Jay, Willybot, Zohan's here as well. Zohan's playing here in this lobby. We got Luke Garcia, Eric. What's up, everybody? All right. Very slight adjustment out to the right here should do it. We'll take this club. Is this enough adjustment? I think so. I'm going to say that's probably good.
Nice shot.
Okay. Let's try to get this thing off to a good start. I'm just going to bounce up there and we'll make it. All right, a nice eagle on the first. What's up, Caleb? Welcome in. Bot will make the nice eagle as well. So a good start to this round. I was briefly in Brayberry's stream earlier, just chatting away. Thank you, Andres. JD and Company says, thank you for being the only thing I watch on YouTube these days besides disc golf. Disc golf YouTube, that sounds like fun. Is that like something that people often follow? My good friend from college was a good disc golf player. I tried once. I played Ultimate in college, which is... I mean, it's similar. There's a lot of crossover, but there's different ways that the Ultimate disc flies versus a disc golf disc. And from playing Ultimate and trying to play disc golf, I was so incredibly bad. Like, I could not get it to fly correctly. Ooh, there's a nice looking shot from Duke. Duke will make it as well. How long will I be live? Until we finish both 18s. So we're playing two 18-hole rounds. We've got 6 people in here in this first flight of the tournament. We've got 2 of the top 3. Number 1 is Duke, and number 3 is Bot from last season's ranked league finishers. We've also got a bunch of other good players here. Zohan finished very high. Shiro finished very high. Who else? I think that's all, right? I haven't seen Manthus in the rank league. I don't think. All right, what do we have here? 4-mile-an-hour winds on this second hole. We're playing just the standard 18. So there's predictability to the hole you're going to see. It's nice. You can know what to expect next. I think we got to aim this to about there, roughly there. We'll use the 5 with about that much power. Yeah, Zohan did finish top 10 first season, which is pretty incredible. Okay, let's see. What do we have to do for this one? I'm going to guess right around there in terms of power. That felt like a pretty good shot. That's looking decent, but not great. Yeah, we're going to hit the pin. We'll probably see some makes here. Bot's shot is looking real good. It'll come back and fall. A nice one for Bot. Bot will make the ace there. 2 eagles in a row for Bot. Manthus hit the flag as well. We'll have to tap our birdie up there carefully. We'll sink that one. Someone just missed it. Was that Duke? I believe it was. Have I been playing in the Discord since the first season? I joined it with like 3 weeks left in the season before the one that we just finished. So I've only been in there for a little over 3 months. I'm still fairly new to the game. I mean, in terms of competitive play. I started playing it. My friends really got into it like last summer or so. And like they would just play for fun. They were 4 roommates, so they would just play like in 4-player mode. And I was like, that's a lot of fun. Let me join that. And then I got really into it and then started playing like online competitive play. Have I been playing? Oh, does hole 2 always require backspin? It really depends on the pin. That pin, I'm still working on what the 5-iron does. I used to just roll the spoon up to that one all the time without backspin because you can't backspin the spoon. But I'm trying to play that one differently now. I think it's a little bit better with the 5-iron, at least with certain wins, I think. This is like private lobby mode, so we're playing in like a Discord league. It's run in a Discord. And this is the play with friends mode. So you can play all of like the 1-player modes, but like with a competitive system, you play stroke play. Caleb says, scroll through my page, great content. Thank you, Caleb. Yes, this is on the Switch. This is the only system you can play this game on. Okay. Let's hit this one carefully out there.
Nice shot.
Let's see if we can get a nice low score today. I haven't really talked about that yet. I'm trying to beat the low 20s. Competitive play is so different compared to my typical like challenge series rounds from what I typically post. It's just so much more difficult. There's so many more pins to worry about. Like this one here, I'm not super familiar with. Can we hit this one nice and close? Let's try. I think about there for the adjustment should be decent. Try to roll this one up there. Zohan has made it. Very nice shot there. Oh, mine's way too far left. Yeah, that's not going to make it. I just kept adjusting and adjusting and overdid it a little bit. Top tier content, I have our house record of -17 through 18. Learning from my stuff. That is awesome. That's a great score. That took me it took me a long time to get down to like the range of birdie golf. I think it took me months to reach like -16. And then eventually crack it and get lower from there. But it's a hard game. Just hit A rank. Let's go. Going from that, you know, E through B system to the A rank is an incredible accomplishment. It's one of the more fun like checkpoints in this game. How can I be more consistent? I keep getting top 3 and then just dead last. Really, this game is all about consistency. It's just about who can place better, hit one more shot, hit one more putt. In the long run, it adds up. It's a tough game. It's all about trying to leave yourself makeable putts, make birdies no matter what. I mean, obviously there are some holes that are really difficult and birdies are not necessarily a given, but trying to make birdies no matter what, learning a couple of like the eagle setups that are a bit more doable. And that's really like, once you can get the consistency down there, that's kind of where I feel like I got a whole lot better at the game. Okay, where do we want to aim this one? Let's try about there. 3-iron. With a little extra on it.
Nice shot.
I think that was a pretty good shot. That looks like it's going to be a little bit too far to the left. Yeah, it's going to zip back and just miss on the left side. Not too bad. Not a make.
Nice on.
How is Duke so good at the game? LOL. He's in this lobby. He is playing with me right now. He is incredible. And there are just so many aspects of Duke's game that are just, you know, a whole different level. Just a whole different level. Like, oftentimes you go back, like, after you hit your shot and you see Duke on the tee just doing something completely different from everybody else, and it works. Bot is on fire here, though. Bot has now taken, I think, a 2-shot lead. Has Duke hit yet? He has not. Bot has made the hole-in-one. Bot finished number 3 in the last season. Duke was number 1. So we have some great players. Some of the top players in this lobby. Zohan, who is playing as Joan Daly, was in the top 10 as well. I finished on the lower end of the top 10. I am doing a late night stream. This is a different one. I don't often stream this tournament that I play on a weekly basis, but I thought it would be fun to stream this one. Jackson asks if that minus 41 game on YouTube is legit. It is. However, it's a different type of game than most people here play. Duke's shot is definitely going in. That is going in. Another nice ace from Duke. The minus 41 is a set seed record. If you look at the description, it gives you the whole breakdown. So I don't actually know the person who like made it. They're in the Discord. Like they're in the community that this league is run in. But it took like 40 hours of seed hunting and playing the same exact conditions over and over and learning first you have to get the proper seed, like you have to get the proper wins to make a lot of those shots happen. And that's all RNG. That's all pure luck. But then you have to learn all the shots, get them right, and then there's the pressure of actually making the shots. So it's like legit. Whoever did that was doing pure like motion controls. They were swinging with their hands. There's human error involved in that. So the fact that like minus 41 was accomplished, even though it's like they had hours and hours, like days worth of hours of practice on it, it's still just an incredible accomplishment. And one of the cooler things I think that someone has done in video games. I'm a nice contrast to Poofisher. I don't know exactly how to pronounce the name right, but thank you. It's you know, I actually wasn't too familiar with Poofisher. I wasn't like in that area of YouTube. Like the Nintendo area of YouTube is newer to me. But he's a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of clips now that I'm kind of in that realm. The NWN is for my other like main channel. That's like what I do for the most part. Ooh, Mantis with a nice chip in. Okay, let's try to match that. What do we have to do here? Probably hit it to about there with some spin. Let's try it out. Okay, I think that was a pretty good shot. Ooh, is that going to bite? Oh, it's not. It's going to just miss. Nice chipping from Mantis there. Shout out to Joan Daly, yes. Oh, Nicole Toledo's first time here. Welcome in. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad shot, but that's one with 0 wind. I was hoping to make that. I mean, I'm trying to score as low as possible in this setup. Like, you're playing really against your own score. And we've seen some good conditions so far. I mean, I made the first hole. We saw 0 wind. This is our second 0 wind hole, I believe. We've only gotten 1 eagle out of it so far. Is that going to make it for Duke? He likes it, I think. Oh, maybe not. I am the Next Week News guy, yes. Actually, I've been off there for a little bit, but I'm going to try to get back onto that. Hopefully tonight after this, I'm going to try to put a video together. Sparky FC says, been watching for months now, but don't have a Switch. Your content is really engaging. Thank you, Sparky. I appreciate that. My best score on this course, for competitive play with, like, the more variation, like, higher variation of, like, where the tees can be, I think it's 23 under. I don't often play 18s, though. Like, I usually play random 9s. That's typically what this league is, so playing 18s is really reserved for, like, these weekend tournaments and just kind of some other tournaments in general. But I shot minus 23, I think, in this thing once. And that's my best for competitive 18s. In one-player mode, I got a minus 27, but that's significantly easier. It's not as much of an accomplishment as someone getting that type of score in competitive. Oh, my voice is lagging?
Nice shot.
Is that a problem for anyone else? Only hear like half a sentence. Oh. I hope that that's not an issue. Typically my streams work pretty well and everything seems to be connected okay. See, this is the type of thing I was talking about earlier. Duke is off to the side over there, I think. Or is that bot? That might be bot over there. Either way. Those guys are always up to something that I'm not always aware of. Let's hit our own shot here, though. We'll hit this little spoon down to the end. We'll try to get it at least pin high. We don't want to put it off the back, but let's try to put it at least pin high. See if we can steal an eagle here, or at least put it close for the birdie. Okay, I think I like the look of that shot. That should just bounce on the fairway, maybe to the right. Hopefully it will bounce to the right. It'll move back just a little left. We'll put it to like a foot or two, so a nice leave, but just not quite a make. Philly was in my game a couple hours ago. I was playing a couple of random online games just a couple hours ago, just for fun. Nice to play against you. Oh, people say they can hear me fine. Okay. This tournament is formatted... it's like a month-long tournament, and you're just going for your 3 lowest scores in total. So out of these 18s, we play 2 18s per week. This is the first of them for this week. We just play 18s with random seeds. You get the lowest score possible, you take your 3 lowest scores, and there is a team aspect to this. So I'm on a team with 3 other players, and we're just trying to compete against the other teams. There's also like an individual, like weekly aspect of it. Like on a typical week, somewhere in the range of like -45 to -50 in total. Sometimes better, sometimes players go off, but that's usually the winning score. So there's a couple different aspects to this. Ooh, there's a nice looking shot. Duke's gonna make it from, I believe, the right part of the fairway. So I went for the tree strat, which I typically do. I'm a little better and more consistent at putting that at least close and making the birdie. But Duke, and it looks like bot as well, are just incredible from that fairway, which is tougher to do. There's trees in the way. You have to put it in the perfect spot. But those guys pull it off so frequently, and it's incredible. Adam says, my shot was a thing of beauty. I mean, it works pretty well, like rolling the spoon down there, but it's just less precise. It's fun to see, like, you know, those shots that actually fall from the fairway, but I go for what feels like the safer play, even though you're playing weirdly. Like you're putting it intentionally into the trees, and then it ends up being a better line to get to the pin. It works pretty well. It doesn't hold out very often, but Duke and bot are now tied at 9 under through 6. A good start for them. I'm playing better than birdie golf, which is, I mean, pretty good for me in this front 9. Front 9 is not very easy. Let's try to keep it rolling. I also think I'm missing the chat here a little bit. There is like a game chat going on. Ooh, okay. So this is not the best pin, I don't think, for this condition. It's okay, though. We can just hit the spoon out there. We want to be careful not to hit this one too far and end up long of the fairway. We just want to end up kind of by the end part of it. And that's actually absolutely perfect. We can hit the 3-iron up and over that tree. I like using the spoon on this hole, but we just don't really have the option here. Maybe we could, but it's risky. We just have to aim, you know, maybe even slightly left. We want to bounce this one up, like to the right of the cup, but the wind is going to push this very slightly to the right, just the way that it looks. So I'm going to aim this slightly left, hope the wind pushes it slightly right. We'll bounce it up there, and as long as we're near the hole, which hopefully we will be, that'll be fine. About that much power feels good. Let's give this one a chance.
Nice shot.
Okay, hopefully that takes a nice first bounce on that short fairway. It will. It's not going to be a make. It'll move left, but just a little too late. So just a little too much on that one. And this area of the green is not the easiest to putt to, but it's okay. We'll be able to hopefully sink this little birdie up the hill. We have to aim this a little out uncomfortably to the left, but it should hopefully fall if we send that up there. Nicely in the middle.
Nice birdie.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ignore people. Sorry, I just lock into the shots sometimes. Although, if you're saying, I don't see your previous messages, so sometimes things get censored for whatever reason in the chat. Okay, that was a tougher birdie. I'll take that one. Playing pretty well so far, playing pretty carefully. I feel like I play more careful on stream, so maybe I should do that more frequently. Although, then it gets to the point where I miss one and I'm like, but... We'll try not to do that. There isn't like a game chat, we just like chat in the Discord. Like with the people who are playing. Like if someone makes a nice shot, you say, nice shot, and that's kind of the nice thing to do. We'll try to make an eagle at some point. It's tougher in this game mode, in this competitive mode. You see pins that are all over the place. I'm not super familiar with like 5 out of the 6 pin options on each hole. Some of them I am, but most of them, not really. Was on a lake trip this summer and the Airbnb had a Wii. I think I spent more time on golf than the lake. I mean, it gets addicting. It definitely does. It's a lot of fun, though. It's such a fun game. Like, every single iteration of this game is its own kind of, like, type of fun. And it's kind of nice that they never, ever touch them. Like, the games are finalized. And that's the nice thing about Nintendo, is that these games are really just, like, forever. It's kind of cool that way. Whew, okay, what do we have to do here? This one's going to be a guess in terms of where I have to aim it. I'm going to guess that about there is okay. Hopefully. We'll try it out. We'll hit that up there. I like using the 3-iron. It's not the preferred play for most people. And a lot of people think I'm weird for doing it, but we're going to send that little 3-iron up there. With about that much power, that should be about perfect. Ooh, I under-adjusted that, which is going to be a problem. Oh, hopefully that takes a nice little bounce and just rolls up to a decent spot. That's actually okay.
Nice.
I really would have liked to put that in a better spot, though. I guess this, as far as misses go, is not one of the worst ones. I could have missed this a whole lot worse. Let's put this up there. Carefully. With that dot of power. Oh, that moves to the right? There is absolutely no way. I just ended up on the wrong side of that little ridge. The problem with these greens, especially when they're super slopey, is that they're not, like, curved. They never curve, they're flat, and there's just, like, polygons that all kind of meet each other. And I ended up on the wrong side of a ridge. And that broke right when it, like, absolutely, visually broke left. Oh, that's tough. Okay, we'll tap that in. That's just brutal, but that's okay. Any idea what I'm ranked now? In, like, online play, I am a Infinite Zero. That one's, like, definitive. Like, that's, like, the in-game rank. The season just reset, but I finished 8th in the previous season of, like, overall competitive play. Ah, that's tough. A par on the scoreboard. That wasn't even the easiest one either. That wasn't even the hardest one either, I should say. Just, like, moderate wind. Gotta make that birdie. Ooh, tough conditions here on hole 9. You know what? We're just gonna take being in the rough. That's fine.
Nice shot.
Better than being, you know, in the bunker, being too short. We can just put that in the rough, and that's okay. Just get it down there in 2. I don't think there's any way that anyone's reaching this in 2. How do I block these bots in the chat? What's up, Ike Spice? Welcome in. My favorite version of sports golf, I only have Switch Sports Golf, so by default, I'm going to say that that one's it. But, I mean, I played like Wii Golf as a kid. That one was a lot of fun. I had Wii Sports Resort. I think before this, that was my favorite. This one's a tough one. Crosswind. I'm in the rough, which is not ideal. How do we want to deal with this? I do play real golf occasionally. Not super frequently anymore, but a decent amount. You know what? I may want to club up to the spoon. The spoon tends to land softer for whatever reason. We'll club up. We'll hit it to about there in the power meter. Now hopefully that's okay. That's going to take actually a real nice looking line. If that kicks just a little left. Oh, that takes a big bounce. I thought that would kick left and it just doesn't. Okay, this is a tough fringe putt. Fringe putting is just difficult. Do I want to chip this? I don't think so. I think that's worse. So we'll have to aim this way out to the left and try to make it this way. Okay, we'll try about that for the power. It's a little downhill, but not super. Let's see. Yeah, the fringe putting is just so incredibly difficult, and it's super annoying because it's just imprecise. You don't get a good perspective on the line. So we're going to have to take a par here on some tough winds. I have not hit 10 eagles yet. I'm trying real hard, but it's a difficult task. Oh, that's 2
Nice par.
pars in a row, which is difficult. Yeah, 31 miles an hour right to left with that pin is just not exactly fun. We see Bot and Duke birdie that. No one else did. They're at 12 under, which is a nice score through the first 10. Or for the first 9, I should say. Pain in the neck. Yeah, I have like a pulled muscle in my neck, which is not a lot of fun. I'm like, it's okay. It's not like affecting my play. But it's a little bit annoying. I can feel it like whenever I move. Okay, this is not one of the pins that I'm super familiar with. It's an okay pin. It's just tough to make. We'll see some, you know, easier stretch of holes here. So the 8 and 9 were not super easy with that pin. Both of those pins and both of those wins, I should say. I think we want to aim this about to there, if I were to guess. We'll try that out. We'll hit it with about 3.5 dots of power. Maybe slightly more.
Nice shot.
And see if that looks good. That's going to take a kick off the fairway to the right, which is not ideal. So we're going to have to tap in another birdie.
Nice approach. Nice birdie.
Okay, another birdie on the scorecard. L70 reached S rank yesterday. Very nice. S rank is... There are a couple of accomplishments in the game that are a lot of fun. I think S rank is probably the most fun. Infinity rank is kind of just like a sigh of relief. But S rank is the one where it's like, ooh, okay, we're playing this for real now. Congratulations on making that. Okay, ooh, Duke made that eagle there. Very nice, Duke. Spooky Duke is on fire. 14 under through 10. Very nice there. How many eagles do I have? At the moment, I have 1. It's harder in this game mode. I usually only get like maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, it's just different pins that I'm not very familiar with. Different winds, or not necessarily different winds, but it acts differently. So even though it's the same hole, it's like slightly further. The wind affects it differently. Let's aim this one to roughly there. I think that should be about okay. We'll hit it with that much power. Let's try it out. This one's kind of a guess. That should take a decent bounce. Nah, it's going to be too far to the right. Wow, Zohan made it very nice. Joan Daly. Duke plays online occasionally. I think he's ranked like Infinity like 5 or 6 or so.
Nice birdie.
Let's see how low Duke can go this time around. He's on a great pace here. Bot is also on a great pace. That's going to be an ace. So we've seen 2 aces so far on this hole. Are we going to see a third from Duke? It's on the way. He tends to use this backspin play. Is it going to work? It looks like it'll just miss on the right side. How often is Sensei on? Not super frequently. He only plays a handful of games like per season. So the ones that you see on the videos are often like, I'd say half or more than half of the games that he plays. A lot of people play quite a bit. I play quite a bit. Like I play a lot of games that aren't like recorded. I just play for fun. But he tends to play in order to like, you know, make a video out of it, which respect to that. He does other things. Wow, they're at 15 under. Duke and Bot at 15 under through 11. How do you play ranked, like not the 5-hole? It's in like the Discord league. So there's a league that's run on Discord. It's in, I think, most of my like links. It's in my like descriptions of a lot of my videos. How to get into that. The 5-hole is not my favorite game mode. It's chaotic. It doesn't really reward you playing well. And it's just, you know, the scoring system is weird as well. So there's a lot about it that I don't necessarily like. It is like the game mode that is like the Switch Sports Golf game mode, but not my favorite. Okay, we launched here, so we have to take that into account on this shot. Let's try that out.
Nice.
Right around there. Hopefully that'll carry it to the green and not too far. Oh, it's going to be too far. Oh, take a soft bounce. It's not going to. We're going to have to chip, which is unfortunate. That's just not a good shot. That happens sometimes. Zohan prob plays the most. I think definitively. There are numbers that support that. But I mean, I am up there as well. Okay, we're going to have to chip to save this eagle, which is not ideal. Let's see if we can pull it off, though. You can't play this on PC. This is only played on motion controls on the Switch. Okay, hopefully that rolls nicely. Whew, we'll sink it. Okay.
Chip in eagle.
That one is a good one to not miss. You don't want to miss the eagle on 12, which is oftentimes the most doable eagle. I wouldn't say I'm the GOAT for making that. I'm shaky for not putting that on the green. Sensei does play in this league. He's just not playing in this flight. He's new in this season, so he joined it this month. Thank you. That was a goof on the shot and a good on the save. We're now back to birdie golf, 12 under through 12. Okay, what kind of wind are we going to have here? We haven't seen, I don't think, any pins that I'm familiar with. We don't see the local pins, or we haven't seen the local pins on any of these yet. We'll have to take the 5 with a good amount of power. Let's see, that feels about right. Let's try it out.
Nice shot.
That should be... that's not going to be great. It's going to move back to the right a little bit too much. It's weird how the wind and the bounce affects that one. Like, even though I hit that pretty straight, it curls back around to the right because of the way that it bounces. Let's see, we have to aim this one carefully out to the right and use that little micro putt avoidance. Send that up there, curl it in. I am on the Switch 1. This is the original Switch that I got a couple years ago. How long have I been playing? I've been playing like this game just kind of casually for maybe like a year or so. I started playing more competitively in the last couple months or so. Are we going to see any aces here? That one was real close from bot, but not quite in. Okay, I think we'll see probably birdies all around here. This is one of those fun tournaments where you're kind of rooting for everybody, because like it's not like you're playing directly against people where it's like your rank goes down if other people do well. I never like root against anybody, but like you want to win. In this one, you're just playing against yourself and your own scores, which is, it's fun that way. Let's see if we can beat birdie golf, try to push this round to 20 under. It's been an okay seed, but not like my preferred seed. I like seeing more of the pins that I'm familiar with, and we haven't seen too many of them, although we see one here with no wind. So let's see. Yeah, that's the local pin. That's the one player mode pin. Let's see if we can pull this one off with no wind. This is my element right here. This is the type of setup that I like. Just hit that slightly underpowered drive through the trees. That should be safely in that little gap. Zohan says Duke and Bot are playing a different game right now. They really are. Like, it doesn't matter what pin they see, they're making it. Okay, we have to hit this about that much. Send it up there, give it a chance.
Nice shot.
Okay, I think that was pretty good. That's going to take a nice looking landing that should glide up there. Oh, and we'll just miss it. With no wind, that usually glides perfectly in. But it just slightly clips the wrong part of the green. You know, that's not a free albatross. It's difficult to make, but usually one that I like to try to pick up. We'll tap in the eagle. I bet you we'll see some albatrosses here. There's a near miss, I think, from Bot. Kind of the same miss as me, so weird looks there. Are we going to see Duke miss in exactly the same way? Yeah, Bot has like the exact same look as me from that putt. Okay, Duke's shot is on the way. It looks pretty similar. His is going to lip on the left side. So some weird reactions there on the bounces. I mean, that's a shot that you can usually aim right at it, and it usually falls. Like, not every time. It's an albatross. It's a difficult shot to hit, but usually it's pretty doable. Aiden, I'm still heartbroken from yesterday's episode. I apologize sincerely. That one was no fun. Am I playing again after this? I am playing another 18. So there's 2 18s in this weekend tournament. This is the first of them. Not playing super well in this one. I mean, I'm playing okay. Hopefully I can get this to, you know, around like 19 or 20 under if we can pick up one more eagle. We just haven't necessarily seen great conditions. Now, Bot and Duke are just on their own world right now. They're playing super well, getting some low scores. I kind of need preferable conditions to do that myself. Okay, can we steal one here? This is not the easiest pin. We'll have to aim it out to about there. Hit it with about that much power, I think. Right around there should be good. Let's try it out. That looks fairly promising. If that glides rather than biting, it will glide. And look at that, we'll sink one. How about that? All it took was some moderately strong crosswind, and I'll make it. Missed a couple easy ones. We'll sink that one. Whew, okay. It's always weird when you're relying on like the wrong type of spin to make it happen. Like, that didn't bite hard. Usually it does. And it just kind of glides back down there, down that slope, and falls. So that's a good shot to pick up. We missed a couple earlier. That makes up for one of them. Thank you, Zohan. Thanks to everybody saying that was a good shot. That was a lucky one. Just kind of guessed on the aim. Guessed on the power. It worked out for me. See some nice birdies from the rest of the group here. What's up, Eagle Eye? Welcome in. Yeah, the slow rollers that kind of trickle back and fall are fun. When you kind of know that they're going in, they're on the perfect line. Nicole is back. Watched on my laptop. Ooh, welcome back. Okay, these don't look like the best of wins, but it really depends on our tee position. Ooh, this is tough. This is one that I think I can go for, but I'm not comfortable with it. Oh, and it's not the easiest pin to try to get to either, even if we get it. We'll have to aim that to about there, and I think we can try it.
Nice
Yeah,
shot.
we'll hit that up there. That should be safe. Yeah, we'll be safe. We'll miss all the trees, except for that one, which is totally fine. And we'll have a chip here, which is nice. Okay, let's hit that one out to about there. Little under pin high power on this shot. Bounce it up there. Oh, I curved it. That's not good. That's not what you want to do. That was going to be nice if I didn't curve it. Oh, the bunker curve gets to me. Who has the public record, or the record public 18 score? I think there's a tie at -30. Ooh, a nice looking shot there. Falls for Duke. Very nice. So we've seen 2 chip-ins so far, from Shiro and from Duke, I believe. There are 2 people, I believe, who have made -30 on, like, a random seed, like, recorded, what's the word I'm looking for? Verifiable run. Are we going to see any other Eagles here? What's up, ST3BXN? I'm hoping that 10 Eagles is coming soon. I'd really like to make it. Porter Perry wants to join. I'm not sure about this week. If you're not in the Discord, if you're not like in the league, I'm not sure if you can hop in this one. But if you want to join next week, it's an open league. -30 is very much unreal, and that's not even like in local play, where the conditions are a little more like repeatable, predictable. That's in like the online play, where you can see any pin, and not necessarily any wins. So the wins here are kind of like local mode play. So the first couple holes are typically easier in terms of wind, and it gets harder as you progress through each 9. Okay, Duke is going to be at 23 under through 16, so he's on a fantastic pace here. We may see something like a 26 under from Duke. They are already at my competitive personal best through 16. We're going to see, this looks like some, it's stronger wind, but it's in the proper direction. We'll probably see some birdies here. 29 miles an hour. I'm going to use the spoon and try to roll it up there that way. So I'll take a bit of power off of it. Try to launch it up to the back. That's the goal. Let's see if we can pull it off.
Nice.
I'm hoping that just like clips the rough, slows it down a little bit, and gets that little launch roll, and it will. That'll be kind of perfect if that holds the green. That's exactly what I was trying to do. And it works out nicely. Duke is talking about getting the hole 17 dunk. Someone in the like the clips channel, like you send cool shots, made the hole 17 dunk with this exact condition earlier in the day. Like, just with the driver straight in. Is Duke going to go for it? I kind of hope not for his sake, but he has the driver out, so we'll see. Oh, if Duke makes this, you know, there are maybe a handful. You could probably count on one hand the number of players who could pull this off. Oh, he brought the spoon out. He's going for the safe shot. And that's going to glide up there and just miss. So that'll be a makeable fringe putt. I think it's pretty flat from there. Oh, sorry, I missed a couple right here. I missed a couple chats. I am on every platform, yes. Is it only ranked that unlocks all the win conditions regardless of the hole? That's in global play. The only time you can see that is if you play like within the game's like general matchmaking mode. Is my stream really laggy? My dropped frames are at 0.1%. My connection's fine. My computer usage is low, so I'm not exactly sure if that's on my end. I'm sorry if that is the case. Yeah, global play is the one that has the wild wins. It's weird going back to global play because I play like these leagues a little more frequently now. Like that's what I play most of the time when I play, and it's weird like seeing hole 1 with 31-mile-an-hour winds.
Nice shot.
Okay, let's try to secure a good score on this last hole here. We actually see a pretty doable condition. Everyone's saying not laggy. I guess that's good. I'm sorry if it is laggy for some people. I am using motion controls, yes. Like, I am swinging across my body, like, kind of outside of view of the camera. Okay, we gotta bounce this one up there. I'm gonna guess about there on the adjustments, about right. Let's hit it with that much power. Maybe slightly less. I'll try that out.
Nice shot.
Okay, is that gonna be the one? It's not looking great. Oh, look at that. I thought that was in when it took that little bounce off the fringe. Oh, I can't believe that didn't fall. That would have been a way to end the round. It just hits the pin seemingly in the middle. I mean, clearly it was on the left side of it, but my bias wanted that to be right in the middle and sink, and it just quite doesn't.
Great eagle.
A near albatross. That would have been fun. 2 near albatrosses. We flipped out 2 albatrosses in this round. I have nice hair. Am I a diabetic? That was a little disturbing, but kind of comical. Ooh, that's a good one. Who made that? Is that going to be Bot just missing it? Duke's shot is going to be a make. Is that 27 under for Duke? That is incredible. On this seed, this has not been an easy seed. Awesome round, brother. Thank you. I mean, I played okay. I mean, 21 under for that seed is pretty good for me. I don't typically play that well in this competitive mode, especially when it's a little bit harder, like we saw here. So that's a good round for me. I will take that. But 27 under for Duke is just wild. 24 under for Bot is also very good. I'm sorry, I missed the rest of the leaderboard. I was just a little enamored by the albatross there from Duke to end that one. I gotta give kudos in the chat here.
The contestants.
We may actually have to go back and add some more people to this. Some more people who are like already in the league wanted to maybe hop into the second game. We'll have to see. 11-mile-an-hour crosswinds on the first. Let's back out. Back out. Not because of the 11-mile-an-hour crosswinds, but because we have to go pick someone up. All right, we got to add Mr. MH here, Mr. Hawk. And I think one other person, Kevin, is joining as well. This tournament is for like a team week or a team monthly like season. We play every weekend. You're going for the best 3 18-hole scores out of however many rounds you play. You're allowed to play 2 per week. And yeah, you're just competing. You know, there's a solo competition each week, and there's a team competition as well. So it is a little team tournament. I'm on a team with 3 other players here. His name is indeed Michael, Mr. Mike Hawk. Michael Hawk. 0 win on the first hole will be pretty funny now. Did I bring an extra pair of pants? Any tips on how to eat my friend in 3 hole? I mean, practice is definitely the number one thing, just like learning how the wind reacts and like where you want to be on each hole. That's the absolute number one thing. There's a couple players that are very good who play like on video quite a bit. Like watching videos definitely helps. And I mean, really just playing more and more is how you do it. I play this on the Switch 3. I have the Switch 3. Putting is so hard. Any tips for getting the right power? It's really just, I don't exactly know how to describe it. Like, I've just tried out different techniques until I found like one that works. Like I kind of act like it's like real putting, but then I kind of move my wrist a little bit to allow the Joy-Con to like rotate. And I find that allowing the Joy-Con to rotate And like being able to repeat that gives you pretty consistent power on putting. Am I any good at real golf? My handicap is technically an 8.5, but that has a lot of old rounds. I don't play much anymore. Switch 3 is announced on next week's news, for those wondering. It is true. I have the Switch 3 from next week. Is Kevin not joining? Was that a joke? Ah, unfortunate. We're just picking up Mike. Just Mike. No, Mike's a cool guy. I'm glad that he's playing with us now. Okay, 4 mile-an-hour winds. I'm actually going to adjust this drive because of that.
Nice shot.
So I want this to be purely, or at least as purely as possible, downwind on the second shot. Yes, I am a plus 8.5 handicap. 21 under or better. I'm going to try to beat that. I mean, I played okay last round, but I think I can beat that, and I hope I can beat that. Let's try to make it happen. This is going to kick a good amount to the right. We'll aim it to about there, I want to say. We'll hit it with about that much power, I want to say. Let's try it out.
Nice shot.
Is that going to be too much on the power? I think it will be. Yeah, it's going to just bounce right over the hole. Just a near miss there. Would have been nice to make that one, but we'll see a couple similar looking misses. I think that's going to be, you know, just a common misread. It feels like you're hitting it way too short, but the wind pushes it. It's a downhill shot. It's there's a good amount to it. Does Duke post videos? Not that I know of. I don't think so. Someone asks if they can join. Unfortunately, not this week. But like, if you actually want to join, you can like hop in this league, and we run this every week. Ooh, a driver chip in from Mike. That is his strategy. He uses the driver with like 1 dot of power and rolls it all the way up and in, which is always a lot of fun to see. How many eagles are we going to see? We've seen 2 so far. Duke will just miss that one. Mike with the driver strat. Always some style points. Even though it works pretty consistently, Mike is indeed wild for that. I give him style points. So we see 2 eagles there. A good start to that second round for Bot and Mr. Hawk. He does play with the character MH quite frequently. His name does go through changes every couple of days. Mike Hawk is definitely the best guy around. What a great guy. Yeah, Duke missed, believe it or not. I'm not going to hold it against him, but Duke missed. This one's going to be a guess. I want to say to about there. This one, I'm just not super confident in. It's going to fly a little bit further than I like. Let's try that out. We'll give it a shot. Is that going to be good? It actually looks okay. If that lightly rolls back, it's not going to. It's just going to miss on the left side.
Nice one.
Do I ever play with Sensei? I do occasionally. Like, we play together sometimes when he plays. Now, the Hunts and the Oxlongs are seemingly unrelated. They have different last names, unless they're not related on paternal sides, I guess. Okay, this is a tricky little putt. We're going to have to tap down there. We'll sink it.
Nice birdie.
I've played Sensei a couple times. He does play in this league, which I have mentioned, but he's not playing in this flight. I'm not sure if he's actually playing this week. I didn't see, or I didn't look at everybody's signups. Mike is their last name, but it's sort of a switch of order. Ah, okay, I get it now. The Mikes, the family of Mikes. I don't think we saw any aces there, unless I missed something. Yeah, just birdies for the group. Tougher pin there, front left, with some stronger winds in a weird direction, which causes for a lot of, you know, missed first shots, but it's not a super difficult hole to make the birdie on, so we'll see a whole bunch of tap-in birdies. Okay, are we going to see nice conditions here on hole 3? It doesn't quite look like it. 4 miles an hour. Ooh, and that pin that a lot of people are going to make. People are good at that pin. For some reason, I just can't seem to get it down. We're going to really try our best. I always try my best to get this one, but I think we're going to see a whole bunch of eagles on this. I'm really hoping I can pull this one off. Mama Mike is a great person, some of the best spaghetti around. What does the NWN stand for? That's for Next Week News, which is my other channel.
Nice shot.
How do you generate backspin? Do you stop halfway? Yes, you do. You stop right at the bottom of your swing, and that's what gives it to you. Okay, we're on the fairway, which is, I guess, preferable, but not a huge boost here. Let's aim this a good amount out to the left. The wind's going to push this a bit to the right. Let's try to make this one. This would be nice to make. There's this 2.5 dots of power, maybe slightly more to get this up there. Let's see if we can pull it off. That shot felt decent. It's going to miss on the left or the right side, I should say. Oh, just another near miss. Another near miss, and those are not eagles. These are not the pins that I'm super familiar with. We'll see a nice one there from Shiro, a nice chip in for that eagle. And like I said, I think we'll see a good amount from the group. I just can never seem to sink it with this pin.
Nice birdie.
I really tried that one. Just another near miss number, I don't know how many on this pin for me. Can you control the amount of backspin? I mean, you kind of can. I guess you technically can. But I always go for maximum backspin whenever I'm going for it. We'll see, ooh, a couple more eagles, and then one just short, I believe, from bot. So a bunch of nice chip-ins. I think that's 3, maybe 4. Did that one bounce up there for bot? Sometimes that happens. It doesn't get that little rollout that it typically does. Yeah, so I'm just going to slowly leak towards the back part of this leaderboard as I don't make the shots. Mike, who just joined, is at 5 under through 3 with 2 eagles so far. A nice start for Mike. Shiro and Mike with some good chip-ins there, as well as Duke. And now we're going to see some difficulty with this wind. 17 miles an hour on this hole 4. We want to land this left of the pin. Let's aim it to roughly there. Right around there, I think, should be okay. We'll hit it with about that much power. Give it a shot. Okay, I think that was pretty good. That's actually on a... it's not the best looking line. That's going to have to get a lucky roll back. Is it going to? Ooh, it doesn't bite very hard. It'll roll back and just miss. Just another just miss. That's the way it's been so far. Gonna have to try to sink some of these. Another tap in. Just a birdie, though. Motion control is the only option for this game. Everybody who plays has to take some sort of swinging motion in order to swing. We do have to level up, and I'm really trying my best. I've put a couple right on the edge of the cup. There's a good-looking shot from Mike that'll hit the pin. Tough break there. If that was just a little more left, that would have been beautiful. How much is this? I'm not exactly sure. I've had it for a little while, but I don't think it's an expensive game. How often do I stream? Kind of whenever I can, whenever I get, like, free time. I don't really have much of a schedule, but I try to do it a couple times a week. Okay, so no aces there. A couple of close calls. We're just 4 under through 4. I really want to pick up some eagles in this one. Didn't play super, super well in the first game. We'll see if we can at least beat that score. Is this going to be kind of helping wind? Can we reach this in 2? Maybe. Maybe, maybe. Let's just hit that first shot out there, safely left of that tree. We should be able to put that underneath those branches, no problem. And that's a pretty good line. If we're going to get there in 2, we've given ourselves the best chance. We're just going to have to hit this one. It's actually kind of a nice pin to putt to as well. So that's a nice little break. We'll hit this one way out to the right. Try to bounce it up there.
Nice shot.
That should turn left a good amount. We want to be on the low left side of that green. That's really the only way you can get there. Are we going to get there? Just barely. No. And fringe putting, like I've mentioned, is just so much more difficult than actually putting from the green. I feel like I'd have a decent chance to make this if I was on the green, but from here, I think I really just have to chip, which is quite unfortunate. We'll have to aim it out to about there, hit it with a little more than a dot of power, and just bounce it up there. I believe Bot may have gotten there in 2, which is pretty huge. Duke has chipped in, I believe, after hitting the tree, so he managed to put it close enough to make that chip. And he'll sink it. A very nice shot there from Duke. Let's see if I can sink this one. This would be a nice one to make. It's on its way. It's on a decent looking line. And we'll just miss another one. That's 3 in a row now that I've put right on the edge. But, you know, an aspect of this game that is like, you know, the hardest aspect is just being able to put those shots right behind you and move on to the next one. It happens. Sometimes you just end up being right on the edge of every single one of them, and you just have to keep trying. We'll see a couple of tap-in birdies here. Are we going to see any other eagles? There's a putt from Bot on the way. It's a difficult putt. That's like a 40-something foot putt, and it's way uphill as well. So not the easiest one to read. Not a very easy eagle here, but Duke will sink it. We'll see a couple of birdies. I think birdies probably from the rest of the group. Yeah, it looks like that is the case. I thought my shot there was on a great line until it just moved a little right at the end. Sometimes the wind allows it to continue kind of straight, but not in that case. We'll still be just 5 under through 5. This is online play. It's just in like a private lobby. And this is Switch Sports Golf. That's what I'm playing here. It's like the next iteration of Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Okay. Tough pin here to decide on what to do. Let's use a little tree strat again. Not the best option,
Nice shot.
but I think it's my best option. We can at least put it close and hopefully sink the birdie fairly easily. There is no baseball in this, unfortunately. Very unfortunately, actually, there is no baseball. I wish there was. That would actually be so much fun. I don't know why they don't have it. Okay, let's hit this one carefully out there to about there on the power meter. Don't want to overhit this. We can maybe give it a chance if that carries far enough. Oh, don't hit the rough first. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, we're going to have chip that down there. I way underpowered that. That's going to be a problem. Let's try to make this chip. Ugh, tough one there. Just have to put a little over that dot of power and try to glide it down there. Are we going to get it to fall? Oh, we'll lip it out and end up launching. Oh, this has been a brutal round. We are now 28 feet away. If that didn't hit the lip, we'd be right on the edge for a tap-in par. But now, we're going to have to fight to save par. And you know, I've had a run in these shotgun games, in these weekend tournaments, where I just, you know, have not been, number one, not playing well. And number two, I feel like some of the things that have happened are just kind of comically unfortunate. Yeah, we're going to miss the par putt, which is Ugh, just terrible. This is such a doable pin. You just have to get it down there. I leave the first shot short. I end up having to chip just to try to make the birdie. And with the aggressiveness of that, I end up in a worse spot. Hey Aiden, your TikToks come up a lot on my For You page, and I just wanted to say I enjoy your content. Thank you, Swift. I appreciate that. Is Switch better or Wii? I like Wii because you can play like online with people at the same time. I do think it's also better gameplay. It doesn't quite have the nostalgia factor. Like, it looks a little weirder, I think. Like, Wii Golf is kind of what people think of, like, in terms of the look of, like, cartoon Nintendo Golf. But I do think Switch Golf is the best game. Yeah, if they had baseball in this game, that would be otherworldly. So in the past 4 holes, I've put 3 within an inch of falling, and then I lip launch on a chip. So 4 bad breaks in a row. We'll have to try to break that streak, see if we can salvage this round. It's already kind of troublesome being 4 under through 6 in terms of trying to beat my scores, which is what I'm here to do. Let's try to make a good one here. Put it out to the end of that fairway. And this is not going to be an easy second shot, but we can put it up there, give it a chance. Hopefully at least save a birdie. What kind of 3-iron shot do I want to hit here? Spin or no spin? It's a difficult call. Let's go no spin. We'll hit it with about that much power, and just hopefully this bounces up there nicely. I'm really hoping it does. I want that to hit the short rough first. It's not going to be on the best line, but it will accomplish the goal. Ooh, it's going to take a pretty big bounce, and it's going to be a tougher putt, but at least we're on the green. Didn't want to be off the green. I don't use the duck hook off the tree. I know a lot of people do, but I've seen that fail a decent amount, and you end up in a real bad spot. So I just go for a standard shot. There's more of a safety net to it. Okay, this is going to move a little right at first, kind of scarily right, and then back left at the end. So let's straighten that putt out a little bit. Tap it down there, a little under 2 dots of power. See if we can sink it. It'll get down there, and we'll sink a nice birdie.
Nice birdie.
How do you hit it straight? Just a standard shot. Oh, in terms of like hitting it straight, it really is about where you set your reset point. Like when you set your stance and try to like go from there, if you find that you're curving in one direction or the other, try just like adjusting where your wrist is twisted when you hit the button, and that's what helps with that. What's the duck hook? If you hit just like a full driver with a full draw, like off of the default aim, it just puts you nicely at the end of the fairway, but it's just a risky strategy. I don't necessarily like it. I think Sensei uses it all the time, and like he uses it with 100% accuracy, but it just scares me. Wii Sports is not online. I don't think there's online gameplay at all in Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort. Like Switch Sports is the first one to have online gameplay. Zohan says, gosh golly goo, I'm playing like poo. I feel the same way, but it's been tough. This has not been easy. I feel like these weekend tournament seeds are just so much more difficult. Now they aren't necessarily, it's the same 18 type of seed that you can always play, but I feel like for whatever reason you just never see the easy ones when we're playing in this game mode, and that's a nice looking putt from Bot, who'll sink it right inside the right edge. Ooh, okay. What do the scores look like? I kind of lost track here. Of course, Duke and Mike are playing well, 9 under through 7. I'm only at 5 under. And I'm playing against my own score. I'm just trying to get back to birdie golf and trying to get close to like 20 under by the end of this round. I'm hoping that the winds let up a little bit so we can get there. This is not one of my favorite pins, but I'm getting better at it. It's only 6-mile-an-hour winds, so not too bad. Let's aim this to about there. We'll use the 5 with about that much power and try to just carefully hit this one up there.
Nice shot.
Oh, I slightly underpowered it. Hopefully that's still okay. It's going to take a big bounce and hit the pin. Oh, what a terrible, terrible streak of luck I've had in this game. I keep on trying to just, being like, you know what? Next time it's going to get better. Next time it's going to get better. It just hasn't gotten better. Ooh, someone hits the flag and ends up rolling back. A lot of weird hits in this hole so far. I'm losing my words over what has happened. Oh, this has become an extremely difficult putt. Side hill, uphill. Oh, we're fighting for a birdie, and I hit that so well. Just, you know, too well. It's not in the hole, but if you put it just on the side of it, it clips the pin. A little over 2 dots of power is what we're going to need. We'll send that up there. It'll move left and will sink it. Oh man, what a tough putt from where we ended up, but we'll sink it. And that's now bad break number 6, I think, on this round through 8 holes. I'm pushing my personal record, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. That's how, you just gotta laugh it off. It's a video game. We're playing for fun. It's funny. It's funny. This reminds me of my pool game night where every roll goes in my opponent's favor. You know, I want people to do well because in this tournament, in this game mode, like, people are just going for low scores. It's kind of just like people trying to get the lowest score in 18 as possible. But the bounces haven't gone my way. I hope they go my opponent's way. But they, you know, I'd like to see one go in my direction. Thank you. That was a fun save. All right, let's see if we can stop bonking the pin and leaving these shots to like a foot or so, less than a foot. Okay, this is actually favorable wind, 11 miles an hour. That's quite nice. I think we can reach this in 2 if we're careful with this first shot.
Nice
Let's
shot.
hit that exactly to there. That should just clip the right side of the fairway, roll down to the left part. And if that rolls left enough, which I think it has, we'll have a line underneath that tree. 307 yards, a little bit of downwind. Is that tree in the way? It's tough to tell. But at this point, I think we kind of just have to go for it.
Nice shot.
Are we going to make it through? We have. And we'll get down there. So we'll be not on the green necessarily unless we hit that front rough. And there's the type of break I was hoping for. So we've had a bunch of bad breaks. And now we have a fantastic break. We're on the green. It's a tough putt for the eagle. But we have an eagle putt. So that's the type of thing that happens in this game. You know, bad breaks happen. You just have to put it behind you. Try your best on the next one. And we got a good break that time around. We almost put it in the water, but we end up on the green. Okay. Oh, someone, Sappy was asking for my best round ever. In this competitive mode, 23 under, in general, like in one-player mode, because that's typically, like, that's where I'm good at this game, is in that, like, one-player mode. I've made a 27 under. Okay, this is going to move a good amount to the left. How far left? It's tough exactly to say. It's also way uphill, and it straightens out at the end. So an interesting putt here. We have to hit this probably almost full power to get it up there. Let's try it out. Oh, that's going to be short anyway, a little too far to the left. A tough putt. You know, can't be mad about missing that one. 45 feet, way uphill and way to the left. It's a tap-in birdie. It was an eagle opportunity. We finally had at least an opportunity. And we'll have the back nine here to see if we can get some good wins and try to pick up some more strokes. We need some eagles. Yeah, I kind of like just the... Whoa, that's a nice looking shot. Oh, it just misses for Mike. I do kind of like the solitary, like, grind of this game sometimes. Like, the online play is a lot of fun. Competitive play is a whole lot of fun. That's its own thing. But I like playing, like, 118 a day. I've gotten a lot better since I've started doing that. Like, you know, you see every single hole. You see a new condition a lot of the time. And it's not like it's the highest stakes thing where it's like you're focused on the competition. You're kind of just focused on trying to make the shots and thinking about the wind and stuff like that. It's fun that way. We should run a 1v1 for the channel. That would be a lot of fun. I would absolutely do that. Okay, that'll push me to 7 under through 9. So not the best front. We saw some difficulty. I made a bogey, and we had some real tough breaks. But I mean, 7 under through 9 with a couple of bad bounces, a couple of shots that ended up right on the edge of the cup. That's okay. We'll move on to the back. Zohan is playing in this league in this tournament. He's Joni Daly. Okay, I like this pin that we're playing here. I'm a fan of this one. I don't often make it with wind, but we're going to try our best here. Let's see. 9 iron's going to be the play. We'll put this a little over 1 square to the right, I think. We'll hit it about to there. About that much power. Let's roll this up there.
Nice shot.
Okay, I like the line that that's on. It's going to take a nice looking bounce. It'll roll up and be 0.6 feet short. Oh, I've had 5 of those now. This is the 5th time that I've put it to right about here. Ugh, this round, man. I thought that was good. I mean, that looked good. It felt good. Are we going to see a couple makes? There's one from Duke. You know, I'll have to go back and actually see how bad it's been. Because in my mind, like, this is, like, bad. But, like, I need to go back with fresh eyes and see how bad it's actually been. Like, afterwards. You know, there's a comedy aspect to this game. I consider, like, my main channel is comedy. I like finding funny things in life. And this round has been one of them. Oh, Mike Hawk has joined the stream. Welcome in. This is where I have been. I apologize. I've been a little bit out of chat, but it's tough to keep up with online chat and Discord chat. My apologies. There's a nice shot from Bot. You know, the thing is, in this game, a near miss, it's a miss. It means that I didn't hit the proper shot. People are hitting the proper shots and making it. You know, if you miss, you miss. A lot of times people are like, oh, I got robbed. This game is terrible. It's rigged. Sometimes you just barely miss. And that's just the way it goes. What is up, Sluffler? Welcome in. Okay, this is a tougher pin here to try to make the shot. We need to try to get some makes, and this is not really... Oh, 2-mile-an-hour winds, though. It's maybe kind of doable. Let's see, what do we have to do here? I'm going to guess aim it to right about there. We'll take the 5. About that much power. Let's see if we can get lucky and try to steal an ace on this tough pin.
Nice shot.
Okay, I think that was pretty good in terms of power. Hopefully it doesn't go over the back of the green. Oh, hold the green. It will. It'll roll back, and we will lip it. Okay, that's not going to fall. That's a pin, even though I lipped it, and I've been talking a lot about, you know, barely missing. That happens a lot. That is a tough pin to try to make the hole-in-one on. There's no slope, like, to the back part of that green to push it back to the right. I mean, it gets pushed barely right, but it's just not enough. Oftentimes, like, you can put it close and lip it. 90% of the time, that's what happens. Unless we see Duke or Bot, like, put this right on it. Like, bounce it up nicely with some slow spin. Is anyone else not hit yet? I only say Duke or Bot because I think that they were still on the tee. Anyone can make this one. Let's see if Duke can give us the proper rundown. Like, the proper play here, in order to make it, is to put this, like, right on the back of the green, like inches from the fringe when it bites and starts rolling back, and that's what gives you that slight roll to the right in order to sink it. I almost did that. I was just a couple inches too short, I think. And then you run the risk of leaving it on the fringe, so you don't want to overdo it, but that's how you have to make it. Ike Spice says, just hit an LB from the right island on 18 for the first time. That right island gives me so much trouble. I made my first LB on it the other week, and that felt so good. I've finally started, like, working on the right island techniques, and LB from there is difficult. There's the technique from Duke. I wonder what club he uses. Like, that took some softer backspin. Was that the 3-iron? I don't know. We don't know Duke's secrets. He plays the game in his way, and his way is pretty darn stellar. A nice shot there from Duke. 15 under is going to be the score through 11. I think that matches last round. Even though we haven't seen great conditions, I've been struggling a bit. I've been struggling with leaving it close and hitting pins, but I've also been just struggling a bit in general. That's a great score. 15 under on this seed. Alright, we've got 4-mile-an-hour winds and that back left pin.
Nice.
So we're just going to hit a standard drive out there up to the middle. Duke was counting millipixels. Duke's got the 8K Switch. He's on the Switch 5. He's got pixels that people can't even imagine. Okay, where do we want to aim this? How's everyone so far in front of me? I guess I clipped the rough because I was a little further back on the tee, but I'm going to have to hit this a little further, I think, than I typically would have to. Maybe about to there. That seems like a decent guess. Let's try it out. Now, hopefully that carries far enough. I want that to hit the front of the green, and it will. Is that going to bounce to the right a little bit? Oh, look at that. We'll sink an albatross. After everything that has happened, we sink an albatross. I lipped out 2 albatrosses last game, and we make one. The par 5s have been nice to me. Everything else, not really. And on 9, we like hit short of the bunker and bounce up to the green. The par 5s, you know, they've been on my side. Thank you, everybody. That was a fun shot. Thoughts on Sensei? He is the GOAT of Switch Sports Golf YouTube. I mean, he is the reason why a lot of people play. He makes extremely good videos. He's very good at, like, teaching the game. And he seems like a stand-up guy as well. I enjoy playing with him. Sensei gets my seal of approval. Thank you, Charlie. And thank you, Mike. Are we going to see any other LBs? That one had some promise. It hit the fringe, which typically gives it a decent bounce for that pin. But it seemed to end up short there for Bot. Mike with a nice chip in from the back of the green. Looks like we'll see most likely eagles from the rest of the group here. I've kept saying, I've transitioned into just saying first name, last name for Mike. I started off being very careful, and as the game has progressed, I've gotten less and less careful. I gotta be careful to separate those. Sensei is the reason I bought the game. I think he is the reason why most people who have this game play the game. I mean, maybe not 100%, but I think he has the most influence over this game, which is very cool. Okay, what do we want to do here? I'm going to guess that we'll aim it out to roughly there. I'll club up to the spoon. It seems like the safer play. With about that much power. Let's give this one a shot. Now, hopefully that carries that bunker. It will... Oh, don't hit the fringe. That's going to hit the fringe. That's trouble. Oh, that'll hold the green, which is okay. Mike says, call him Mr. Hawk. I mean, that's got to be the reason your name is set that way, isn't it? Okay. It's a tough putt. Have to hit this above 2 dots. It's going to move a little left at first and then back to the right. Now, how left is it going to go? It's a little tough to tell. I'm going to guess around there. Got to make sure I hit this above 2 dots of power. I will, and we'll sink it nicely. A fringe hit that turns into a difficult birdie, but we'll sink it. Roy says he definitely influenced me, but your streams really got me to pick it up. Oh, thank you. It is a lot of fun when people say that, like, these things that I make are the reason that they enjoy the game. A lot of people say that, like, they don't have the game, but they like watching it. It's always fun. Like, it's nice to know that this is at least, like, entertaining. The new set is okay this week. Are they still releasing, like, items? I actually haven't seen it. I don't play online super frequently, but I was playing a little bit earlier. Ooh, Joan. Mr. Daly. Mrs. Daly. My apologies. Mr. Zohan. Made that hole-in-one. A very nice shot there. I unfortunately didn't see it on my screen. Maybe I just missed it. Maybe it was on there, but a nice shot there. Ooh, are we going to have a second chance here? A repeat condition, see if we can make this albatross this time. It looks like it. Okay, let's hit the same shot.
Nice shot.
My girlfriend has walked in. Everybody say, hi, Mary. She says hi. Everyone says hi, Mary. What'd you say? She was watching the new Taylor Swift movie that just came out today. Okay. Same type of shot here. Same opportunity. Let's see if we can sink it this time around. Okay, about 3.4 dots of power. Oh, that's underpowered. That's just a miss. That's just a miss hit. It's going to bounce up there. It's going to roll back. I needed to hit that like 10 yards further. I meant to hit it like 3.4 and I got 3.2. So that happens sometimes. An unfortunate time for it to happen because, you know, it's a pretty makeable one. As we see Duke make it. Very nice shot there from Duke that time around. Okay, let's try to make this eagle. Carefully aiming it up there. Let's hit it with plenty of power. Get it up there, roll to the right. We'll sink it. So even though we just missed it the first time and hit a much worse shot this time around, it's the same result. That's the way this game goes. Switch Sports Golf pulls girls. Indeed it does. This game is the reason that we are together. Wow, that got her to laugh. Impressive. Ooh, is that another one on the way? Bot with a chip in. Was that for the albatross? Let's see. It was. Two nice albatrosses this time around from the group. Bot and Duke sink it. Did anyone else make it, like, quicker? I may have missed it if I was in the middle of my shot. Let's see. One albatross, two albatrosses. Just Bot and Duke. Some nice albatrosses, though. I'll push back under birdie golf, so back to 15 under. Tough start to that round, but it's the skies have cleared a little bit in the back half here. That would have been a nice albatross. That would have been albatross number 2 for the 18. It's always fun to make 2 in one round, but not in the cards for me there. I just mishit it. Okay, we see a different look at hole 15 here. I made this one last time around. 17 miles an hour, diagonally headwind and pushing left. Different pin. Totally different look this time around. Can't really repeat that shot. 21 under through 14 is indeed wild. This is some great play from this group here. This is competitive, yes. This is the Shotgun League. Okay, what do we want to do here? You know what? This pin tends to give you that roll-up type of spin. So let's hit it as if we're expecting that. We'll put it to about 3 point... I clubbed up also, up to the 7-iron. We'll hit it with about 3 point, like, or 2.8 dots of power, and just try to roll this one up there. That's going to be the goal. That felt pretty good. Is it going to take that little roll? It's going to glide and just end up behind the pin. So I just slightly overhit it. If I hit that a little bit shorter, you know, a foot or two shorter, that could have just curled back around and it was on a nice line. But just a near miss, not the easiest one. See if anyone can make it here. How many more matches am I doing? This is my second 18. I've been going for about an hour and a half here, so it is a little longer with these weekend tournaments, but this is the last one for this session. The sound of the metal cup is so satisfying. Actually, when I'm playing, I don't have game sound. It's not intentional. I just play through OBS so I can stream, and I haven't figured out how to make it play the game sound. I think I play better without it, because like when you know, lip it out and put it to 2 feet and it says, nice shot, like great approach, and everyone starts like clapping. It's a little infuriating sometimes, so it's kind of nice to just play in silence. Although I do have like intentionally gameplay audio in the stream so that, you know, it's not like just me talking. It's nice ambiance, you know? Aiden, I love your videos. You have such a nice vibe. Thank you, Kai. I appreciate that. Last match, girlfriend got home. Yeah, guys, I gotta go. She's home now. Stoder says the back half, he finds the back half easier. That is, I think, like definitive. Like the par 5s are reachable. Some of the par 3s are a little bit easier. The fact that you can, bless you, the fact that you can usually eagle all the par 5s, or like they're more eagleable, like with 0 wind, definitely causes that to have some lower scores. Ooh, okay, tough looking wins here on 16. Stoder says Stoder as well. Oh, what's up, Frez? Welcome in. Oh, there's a big spider. Oh, there is a big spider. Ugh. We're on hole 16. We got 2 to go. All right. I'll have to let him know. We're gonna vacuum for a second. There's a big spider. How did that come? How did that get there? How did that get there now? What's up, Dylan? Welcome in. Do I know Bray Bear? I do know Bray Bear. I've played Bray Bear. He's a fun guy. He's a great streamer. Okay, let's try to hit this shot. I feel bad making you do this, but unfortunately, it's an online game. I can't pause it. Hole 6. I think it's been got. Did you get it? Okay. The spider has been got. Don't you worry, everybody. They want a spider reveal. Clip it. Clip the spider. Definitely not venomous, just a house spider. Okay, let's hit this shot. It's going to be decent looking. Is it going to roll back? Not really, but that's okay. That's a fine leave. Actually, this is a little difficult on the putt. Let's see. Let's hit it to about there. Just roll it down there with that little half dot of power. Curl it to the right. We'll sink it nicely for a birdie there. On a tougher hole 16. What am I playing? This is Switch Sports Golf. My favorite game and really the only game that I play. This is actually a bit unfortunate for, you know, the players who are playing with who are shooting quite low, because this is oftentimes a more eagleable hole. Like, you can make a pretty standard eagle with some setups, but when you see wind like this, it just means that you kind of lose a stroke. Or two. It's tough. I mean, we see pars as well. So oftentimes, that's a hole that quite a few people eagle with the proper conditions. We just don't see them there. And I feel like that's just the way it goes in this Shotgun League. I feel like we've seen some bad setups on a lot of these. Ooh, okay, what do we have here? Front pin. No wind. How do we play this one? You know, it's a full driver, because the full driver stays on the green. Like, I don't want to launch this over the back unnecessarily. Should we just aim right at this one? I think so.
Nice shot.
Let's see. Is that going to take a nice, just straight up bounce? Straight up? Nope, it's going to kick right. And it won't launch, though. That's the key. Even though, like, we put it past the hole,
Nice on.
you want to hit that full driver so it bounces high enough in the air that it doesn't get that little launch. Are we going to see any launches? Not really. A couple people leave it a little shorter, but, you know, that's also a safe play as well. Yeah, hole-in-one was not quite in the question there. I don't exactly know what you'd have to do, or if there is a bounce that goes straight at that one. Unless you, like, roll it up from the bottom part and not just bounce it up, I'm not sure if it's possible. We'll see a couple nice chips, so 0 wind makes for some easier chipping conditions. This is a tricky little putt. Hopefully this will fall. Just hit it a little over that dot of power. It moves to the right. We'll sink a nice birdie there on an easier hole 17 as far as hole 17 goes. Duke really went for that ace, I think. He almost made it. I'm not exactly sure what he did to put it, like, on that line, but, I mean, that's just Duke. That's a nice looking chip from Mike that's just going to end up not rolling back. I feel like this green doesn't catch spin very well, which is unfortunate. New Haven back in action. I don't live in New Haven. I never lived in New Haven. I lived within 20 minutes of New Haven for a good part of my life, but not at the moment. Alright, we're at 18 under through 17. If we get an eagle, we'll be back at 20 under. After the way that round started, I think I was like 4 under through 7 with just a string of, you know, 0.5 foot leaves and a couple of pin hits. You know, recovering like that and ending up back in the 20s would feel pretty darn good. So that's what we're going for. I would be pretty satisfied if we were to get back there. We'll see some good conditions here to make it happen. Just a little roll-up second shot after taking a tiny bit off that drive to make sure that we don't end up in the rough. We'll end up just short of it. Ooh, was that Mike that cut that super, super close there and ended up in the fairway? I was New Haven adjacent, yes. That's a good term for it. And actually, this is a setup that I really like. So there's a strat here. I think this is an Aiden original strat, where you hit this and try to one bounce it up there. So we'll hit it just over that third dot because it's going to blow straight. I want this to land just short of the green, and the spin glides. And if we do it right, I have made an albatross with this type of setup, this downwind shot. Just a little over 3 dots should push that close enough to have that second bounce be on the second shelf of this 3-tiered green. Let's see if we can pull it off. Okay, that felt decent. It's not going to be on the best line. That should still launch, though. That's what I was talking about. It just kind of glides nicely. Maybe a little bit too far there, but it's an Aiden original. If you put that on the right line, it's like you're putting. It goes in at a decent speed. It leaves you with a decent leave, even if you miss. Let's see. Just have to hit this up there carefully. We'll sink the eagle. A nice way to finish that round. That'll push me. Oh, thank you for the gifts. I apologize if I missed that. Oh, that was as of now. Excellent. I didn't miss it. Thank you, an anonymous gifter. Yeah, we're back at 20 under. Better than birdie golf. We got a couple eagles on there towards the back. Salvage the round. You know, I was saying at some point in the middle of that round, like, is this salvageable even if we play well? I mean, it's not the best score. It's not exactly the score that I was hoping for. But, you know, looking back on it, I am satisfied with the way that that round was recovered. Duke with a 27-26 combo. That'll push his score for the week to 53, which is wild. Usually the winning score is somewhere in the range of like 45 to 47. 53 is going to give everyone else a run for their money. This is the very first flight of this week. So only 6 out of like, 20-something, maybe 30-something people have played so far. And what a great start for Duke. Tough conditions in that round. We saw some great scores from everybody. Good games to everybody who was involved there. And I hope that this was an enjoyable stream. And we'll try to stream this one again. It's a competitive like league, but it's it's fun. Like you're rooting for everybody. It's a fun setup, and I really enjoy playing with the group that we typically play with in this league on this Friday night flight. At least for me, Friday night. So we'll see you all next time. We'll see you next week, and once again, hope you've enjoyed. Thanks to everybody who's been following, subscribing to the channels, and watching these.